The war forced us to change our plan. We couldn't go offshore, so we stayed near shore, in waters where big fish had become rare. We dropped 4 longlines, and we did not expect this. Welcome back, captains. It's almost 5 p.m, and the sun is finally losing its brutal heat. As soon as the worst part of the day passes, we begin preparing for this fishing trip. This time, we're not heading far offshore to chase giant fish. Because of the war, and after being forced to stay inactive for so long, we decided to stay much closer to shore, around 2 miles from the coastline, and simply try our luck. We brought 4 longlines with us, each carrying around 100 to 110 hooks. Before leaving the harbour, we had already baited most of the hooks to save time. By sunset, we reached our fishing spot, an area with a rocky seabed where the chances of finding grouper are much higher. That's when we started setting the lines. The setup is simple. We attach a small anchor to both ends of each longline so it stays fixed on a specific section of the seabed. Then we tie a rope to the anchor based on the water depth and finally attach a float at the surface, along with a blinking light so we can locate it easily in the dark. Now all the hooks are in the water. Around 2 hours have passed since we dropped the first longline, so it's time to start pulling and see what we've got. Right from the start, 2 groupers. They're not huge, but honestly, this close to shore, we're not expecting monster fish anyway. While one person pulls the long line, another immediately rebaits the hooks and prepares the entire line for the next round. Well, for one set of long line, this wasn't a great catch. Not bad, but definitely not what we were hoping for. We're going to drop this line again in the same area and move on to check the next one. Long line fishing for bottom fish in rocky areas can be risky, especially when the current gets strong. So, if you're inexperienced, I strongly recommend never trying to retrieve long lines in heavy current. This one gave us a few more fish. Still, it's nowhere near enough. So we'll keep repeating the same process until we build a decent catch. Years of overfishing and destructive net fishing have changed these waters a lot. Big fish used to be much easier to find near shore. But these days, catching good fish this close to land is getting harder and harder. Grouper is one of the most prized bottom fish in this region. They prefer rocky bottoms and usually hide near underwater structures, waiting to ambush prey. Their firm white meat, excellent taste, and high nutritional value make them highly sought after in local markets. That's why grouper remains one of the most popular and expensive fish across many Gulf countries. As daylight slowly returned, the fishing started improving. I think most fishermen know this well. Dawn is often one of the best feeding times. And sure enough, we started seeing bigger fish too. Look at this grouper. What a great fish. Moments like this make you forget all the hard work. Fishermen will understand exactly what I mean. And here we go again. 2 more groupers, back to back, clearly visible under the water. If you love fishing, make sure to like and subscribe for more. As soon as the sun gets higher, the heat becomes brutal, so we have to call it a day. This is our final round, and we're taking the remaining bait off the hooks. So, how much fish do you think we caught tonight? Did we manage to fill our fish storage compartment? Watch until the end to see the final result of all these long line sets. Now it's time to head back to shore. For us, after spending years traveling dozens of miles offshore for fishing, this place almost feels like our own backyard. And here we are, our final catch. Honestly, I'm very happy with this. No, they're not giant fish, but come on. One night of fishing this close to shore in an area that hasn't produced good fish in years, this is a great result. Even I didn't expect this much fish. So tell me in the comments, was it worth it? A fisherman can never stay away from the sea for too long, so don't worry. We'll be back out there again very soon, maybe for grouper, or maybe chasing giant kingfish. If you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe to the channel, because I'll keep sharing my fishing adventures with you here. Until the next trip, see you, captains.